All right, Ms. Reed, raise your right hand for me. You solemnly swear or affirm any testimony you give in this matter will be true.
Yes.
Right. So you can put your hand down. You're represented by Attorney Taylor, who's with you on case 2024 CR 07709 for simple battery, family violence, and simple battery. Mr. Taylor, what is your client plea to the offenses before the court?
Your Honor, that's guilty.
No.
I'm sorry.
Your Honor, Nolo.
Okay, to both. To which one? Because the other one should merge.
To the count one.
Okay.
Oh my God.
That's right. This merges into that.
Oh, okay. My bad. I'm sorry.
All right. By entering a plea of nolo to count one, you give up the right to have trial by jury or judge. You give up the right to have the state prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. You give up the right to have the presumption of innocence in your favor. You give up the right to confront witnesses, subpoena witnesses, to present testimony and evidence on your behalf, to not incriminate yourself or present any testimony or evidence against yourself. And if you're not a United States citizen, a plea of guilty or no contest could negatively impact your immigration status. Do you understand all of these things?
Yes, ma'am.
That's your basis and recommendation, please.
Yes, Your Honor. On or about September the 14th of 2024, officer regarding in reference to a disturbance. Throughout his investigation, it was determined that the defendant did commit the act of simple battery when she intentionally made physical contact with the victim. R is the first name, last name Kimball, Kimble. By striking him multiple times with her right hand, with the closed fist, and grabbing his hooded shirt with her left hand. Officer Cowell did not observe any markings on the victim, Mr. Kimball. There was a witness to the altercation inside the room. T. Porter, Portr, stated that she did observe the defendant strike the victim multiple times. At that time, the victim and the defendant did have been living together at the Economy Hotel for 2 months. Your Honor, the state's recommendation for count one is going to be 12 months probation, a fine of $300, 40 hours of community service for the defendant to complete the family violence intervention program, and to not have any violent or harassing contact with Rex, R-E-X, Rex Kimball.
Okay.
And then count two is going to merge.
All right, Mr. Taylor, how old's your client?
I'm 21.
Okay. Who's Rex Kimball?
My child's father.
How old is Mr. Kimball?
He's 37.
How old is your child?
I'm pregnant right now.
Why?
Ma'am?
Why?
He was I was homeless during the time. He was supposed to help me get back on my feet. And
I kind of got this, that is the situation, Miss Reed, but by being pregnant again, you're digging yourself in deeper.
this is my first time being pregnant, Your Honor.
You said that he was your father of your child? You mean this child? You don't have another child?
No, ma'am.
Correct, Your Honor. She's currently pregnant with her first child.
But that still digs you in deeper. Had you gotten out of the situation of being homeless?
Yes, my parents told me I can move back with them.
Are they going to let you move back in with them now with the child?
Yes, ma'am. They just told me to do better.
Okay. So Miss Reed, look up for me. You can look at the big screen if you want to see me. But you see me? I'm waving my hand. Okay. So this is the issue. You're 21 years old. You have a child with somebody who's considerably older, who predator comes to mind, but he ain't here for me to fuss at him because you were in a vulnerable situation. But the issue is that your parents are going to let you come back and stay with them. There's a couple of things you need to know. It is hard for adults to share a home together because everybody wants to be in charge and everybody wants to be an adult. But you have to understand your parents are going to have certain rules that they, are going to observe, that, they're going to expect certain things. Don't go there thinking that you're just going to lay up and not do anything but take care of your baby, because you're going to have to contribute to the household. You understand? And whether that's working and putting some money into the household, or whether that's cleaning and making sure that, it's less of a burden on your parents. Don't expect that your parents are going to take care of your child. You talk to them and ask them if you need childcare. Don't just assume that because they're going to be grandparents, that that's a role that they want to take on. You have to respect that they have their lives and they raised you. So bringing a child into the house, that's not their responsibility. You got me? As a mother, it is important that you know that the how well your child does in life is really dependent upon how well you do. And so at 21, you need to make sure you start thinking about what you're going to do to become an income producing person in life. Like, are you going to go back to trade school? Are you going to do hair? Are you going to do HVAC? Are you going to go to college? Are you going to get some kind of certificate? Are you going to get a job doing something where you can have a stability for your child? You understand? I get the situation with Mr. Kimball and why that might have been a situation. When you're homeless and you're looking for help, sometimes people take advantage of that. But what I say to you is, don't think that just because, you needed his help at that time, that you have to continue to depend on that. You got to figure out how to get yourself on your own 2 feet.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay? Because your child deserves that. And here's another secret I'm going to tell you. You don't have to have a baby again right now if you don't want to. Condoms are cheaper than child support or child care. You got me? Okay. So I say these things because I see the situation in the bigger picture. And what I don't want to happen is 5 years from now, you come back before me for something, and the next thing I know, you got 5 kids and you're going from pillar to post trying to depend on other people to take care of you and your children. All right? Okay. So I'm going to accept your plea of nolo. Count 1, count 2 will merge. I'll send you to 12 months probation, a fine in the amount of $300, 40 hours of community service. I'm going to send you to an anger management program, which is a little bit easier than the family violence intervention program. Okay. And if you don't currently have a job and you're unable to pay the fines and fees, your probation officer can talk to you about doing additional community service as opposed to the fines and fees. And because of the situation you're in, I'm going to suspend the supervision fees for probation. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Now, Ms. Reed, trust me when I say that the situation is not impossible. But you have to start thinking about what you're going to do to prepare yourself to be, to take care of your child. There are jobs out there where you can have an income, benefits, time off, like sick time and vacation time and things like that. But you got to be responsible on those jobs. And so just make sure that if you're looking for something to take care of you and your child, you're looking for something that you can do in that vein, okay? All right. All right. You can go back with the sheriff's office.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oh, and I'm sorry, you're to have no violent or harassing contact with Rex Kimball. Miss Reed, please don't let Mr. Kimball play in your life, okay? Make him be responsible for his child, even if you got to take him to court, but don't let him play in your life. All right? All right, take care.
Thank you.
You're welcome.